The king, the minister, and the conspiracy. A long time ago, there was a vast empire ruled by King Sultan Jalaluddin. He was a just and noble ruler, but he had one major flaw: he trusted people too easily. In his court, he had two chief ministers. One was Minister Fahad, a cunning and deceitful man, while the other was Minister Zubair, an honest and loyal advisor. However, the king had begun to doubt Zubair, thanks to Fahad's manipulations. One day, Fahad seized an opportunity and whispered into the king's ear, "Your Majesty, I have reason to believe that Minister Zubair is planning a rebellion against you. I overheard some soldiers secretly conversing with him." The king already harbored suspicions about Zubair, so without hesitation, he ordered him to be placed under house arrest. Fahad was overjoyed; his biggest obstacle was now out of the way. Now, only the king himself stood between him and the throne. That night, Fahad gathered his most loyal guards and revealed his sinister plan. "Tomorrow, during the grand feast, we will mix poison into the king's food. As soon as he dies, I will announce that Zubair was behind the conspiracy. With him already imprisoned, no one will question me, and the throne will be mine." But Fahad did not know that a palace servant, Jamal, had overheard everything. Without wasting a moment, Jamal rushed to Minister Zubair and informed him of the entire plot. Zubair took a deep breath and said, "If I try to warn the king, he won't believe me. We must find another way to expose Fahad." Zubair quickly wrote a letter and sent it to the most respected scholar of the kingdom, Sheikh Suleiman. He urged him to arrive at the court before the feast and uncover the truth. The next day, the grand feast was arranged in the royal court. Just as the king was about to take the first bite of his meal, Sheikh Suleiman entered and proclaimed in a loud voice, "Your Majesty, if you permit, I request that Minister Fahad take the first bite of this meal before you do." The king turned to look at Fahad, puzzled. The entire court fell silent. Fahad's face turned pale, but he had no choice. Under the watchful eyes of everyone, he took the first bite. As soon as he swallowed, his face turned blue, and he collapsed onto the floor. A wave of shock spread through the court. Everyone now realized that the food was poisoned. The king was stunned. He immediately summoned Zubair and asked, "What is the meaning of this?" Zubair replied, "Your Majesty, I have always been loyal to you. But Fahad filled your ears with lies so that he could take the throne for himself. Fortunately, Jamal overheard his conspiracy, and we devised a way to expose him before it was too late." The king finally realized his mistake. He ordered the immediate arrest of Fahad's accomplices and reinstated Zubair as his prime minister. From that day on, the king learned a valuable lesson: trust should not be given blindly, and honesty may face hardships, but in the end, the truth always prevails.